I'm back with more GeoGuessr tips and tricks, and today is over another South American country, that being Bolivia. Now, Bolivia is a very good country to be able to reach and guess. Not because it comes up a lot, because it's easily recognizable and it has like three very distinct areas, being like the very green part, very mountainous part, and then the very Atacama deserty part. So let's get into the tips. Now, some of the basics with Bolivia. Obviously, they speak Spanish. They drive on the right side of the road. They have white plates. They're southern hemisphere. What else? Some basic things. There are poles, concrete uh, cylinder, and in the east you have some wooden poles. But I'll go over that. Now, Bolivia, well, at least with the big cities, they're all very different, and they're easy. Well, they are recognizable between each other. I will go over all of them, but the La Paz and El Alto areas, or Roro, Sucre, Potosi, Cochabamba, and Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Those are the main cities in Bolivia that you'll get. Also, this is called Potosi instead. Sorry. Santa Cruz will be very green and flat. Cochabamba, the direct north, will be very mountainous, just an impending wall. Or Ruro will be very arid, but will be flat, pretty much. Potosi is the same thing, but more hilly. Sucre is the same thing as Potosi, but more green. And then La Paz and El Alto are very hilly, but they're more green than the others. So we can easily take out the parts that are flat, because this is not very flat at all. We can take off the green areas. So this pretty much just leaves us with like Potosi, Sucre, and maybe La Paz. Sucre, more green, so be Potosi or this area. It's not green enough, it's not big enough, so this should just be the city of Potosi. Okay, and then here is a much more green part of Bolivia. We have the yellow line. We have of course, the yellow diamond sign, but with a very thick signpost, which you see in Bolivia a lot. Very pretty flat, but very flat, slightly hilly, pretty green. But overall, this isn't like a jungle. This doesn't look like a rainforest. It's green, but not. It's still arid. You can just tell that it's like near a body of water, which we see here. Obviously, it's obviously not going to be like deep in the Amazon. So if you have a very green part and you know it's not on the east, you're probably going to be next to La Paz, but specifically near Lake Titicaca, which is the main lake in Bolivia. And yeah, there's not much else to say. It's still deserty and arid, but there's a lot of vegetation because obviously there's water. So then we can just see that the lake is to our like southwest, so probably gonna be on like this road or something. Yeah. Okay. And then here we're in another city. It's pretty hilly. This is pretty elevated. There's not gonna be a flat part. It's not gonna be an arid part because obviously it's pretty green. The hills are like foresty cover. There's a lot of vegetation on these hills, so we're probably gonna be in the city of Sucre, which is one of the official capitals, along with La Paz and Cochabamba. Okay, so this one, very big city. We kind of have these. It's very mountainous, very hilly. The mountains are very vegetated, but it's not like trees and such. It's just some like grass and moss and little small plants on all of them. Very huge town. So this is gonna be the La Paz or El Alto, but because it's more hilly and more green, it's probably gonna be La Paz, and it was. Okay, and then here it is. There's absolutely nothing here. We see big mountains in the distance, the north. But honestly, this kind of gives like an Argentinian or like a Mongolian vibe even. So we're probably going to be in the west. We're probably going to be in the west. It's not really like a rainforest or jungle, so it's not going to be in the far east. It's not really a desert, so it's not going to be like the southwest. And it's not really like that big of mountains, you know? So it's not really going to be the middle, so that just leaves this left part, but the northern part of it. It won't be at the lake, so it'll probably just be like near La Paz, but not quite there. Yeah, just outside of La Paz area. Yeah, and then this round is it's just super deserty, super arid. If you took out all the vegetation, it just looks like the northern Chile. So it's just gonna be this part near these lakes, not at the lakes, but since like this part down here doesn't have any coverage, it'll be south of like Oruro. Okay, and then this round is it's just very freaking arid. It's just a pure desert, but it's a town, so it's gonna be Oruro. Okay, and then here is not really anything specific, but it's very it's very mountainous, it's very hilly, it's pretty green. So this can be the Andes. Just one of the parts of Andes, probably in like a valley or so, like this. It's not like the peaks of the Andes like you see near the cities, but when you see mountains like this, you're gonna be somewhere pretty much around the Andes. When you see like this isn't the best example, but when you see bigger mountains or in a valley, you're going to be along the Andes Mountains. Okay, and then this one, it is very green, very lush. So it's going to be the east. And the east is pretty much exclusive to Santa Cruz, some roads surrounding it, the road east, and the road south. Now, the biggest thing that I've learned, well, one, here's the wooden pole for the east. But if you have an unpaved road, you're gonna be around the city. If you don't, you're gonna be on one of the main highways. Like this highway down here is recognizable. This one over here, some of these old roads, but it's unpaved, so we're gonna be somewhere around Santa Cruz. Oh wow, I nailed it. We're here with another city. It's a pretty big city. We have some like trees and such. It is very arid, but is obviously vegetation. But directly north is just this massive mountain range, which you could see from the entire city. Yeah, you have some like big mountains to the south and everywhere else, but just the impending mountain range directly to the north is what stands out the most. So this is Cochabamba. As you can tell by this map, we have big mountains pretty much everywhere surrounding, but the direct north is just insane. Okay, so a decent bit of locations, but Bolivia is really only knowing how to differentiate each city, and then with the rural rounds, just being able to tell where near one of the cities you are. So that is it for the Bolivia tips and tricks video for GeoGuessr. I will see y'all next time.